Hello and welcome back to this episode of Home Entertainment. I'm your host, Danisha McDowell. On this episode, we'll be covering Tony Award-winning musical comedy Shook that will be coming to the Wharton Center. This tale follows a young farm girl on a quest to save her town and is filled with non-stop humor and ear-pleasing music. Today, I have the pleasure to introduce actress and singer Celeste Rose. Celeste, thank you for joining me here at Home Entertainment.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Before we get started talking about this amazing show, maybe you share with us about you and your career and how did you get to where you are today?
Yeah, totally. Well, I've been a professional musical theater actor for over 10 years now. And I grew up in California, went to school in New York, and I've been living in New York doing this ever since. I've done so many shows around the country, in New York, off Broadway, sort of the whole thing. But this is my first time touring. So I'm really excited. It's so fun to get to see so many different places so rapidly and just get to like really know the country. So yeah, it's been really fun so far.
It's amazing. I know from that transition, especially touring, I know it's so fun and you get to meet so many different people. I know that has to be so many favorite things about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, really cool.
Awesome. To those that are looking forward to the show and those that will be attending for the first time, may you tell us a little bit briefly of what the audience can expect?
Yeah. So our show is first of all hilarious. It's so funny. You're gonna laugh. When I saw the show on Broadway, I couldn't believe how much I was laughing. It's so funny, but it's also really heartfelt and it'll get you at some moments. You might even cry. But it's really about a small town and their way of life starts dying, and a young woman, our protagonist Maisie, has to set out and leave this really isolated town to figure out how to save their way of life, which is corn. Corn is their way of life. You might see a lot of corn in the advertising. The
Yes.
show is in fact about corn. But
Had corn last night too, so hey, here we go.
exactly, you're prepared. You're
My
right.
dinner, yes.
So yeah, so she goes out and she brings someone back to the town that kind of sets everything into chaos. And there's a lot of funny stuff that ensues, but there's also romance and family and friendship. So by the end, you'll have to come and see what happens. But yeah, but everybody kind of figures out their way.
Awesome. I am definitely looking forward to um, attending the show as well as everybody here in East Lansing. So, being a
So.
part of this show, speaking for yourself and your fellow performers, what is the biggest and most special takeaway about Shook?
Mm. I think it's a really lovely show for this time because it's about community. It's about people accepting each other, even if they don't look alike or have the same views. It's kind of about finding common ground. And I think that's important right now. I think it's important always, but um, it does it in a way that makes you laugh and makes you feel kind of at ease. So I think that's the most important thing. And on top of that, it's just wonderful music. Our writers, Brandy Clark and Shane McNally, are Grammy Award-winning writers, and this music just like takes you away. So I think it's a really special show, and I'm excited for people across the country to get to see it.
Amazing. We are very excited again too to see this. Shook will be coming to the Wharton Center from Tuesday, January 21st through Saturday, January 26th. You can get your tickets at whartoncenter.com. You don't want to miss it. Celeste, thank you so much for joining me here, and I send you continued well wishes on your incredible journey. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. It was so nice to meet you too.
Of course, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching this episode of Home Entertainment and happy holidays.